I think that this game was incredible. We talk about how great teams are, especially when they're undefeated at this point in the season, right? The Seattle Seahawks going into this game undefeated against a division rival in the Arizona Cardinals. Now, you would say on paper, you'd say, okay, the Seattle Seahawks are probably going to win this one. Maybe not easily, but they're going to win it. It'll be maybe a 1-2 score game. But because it's a divisional matchup, that throws a wrench in everything that you're looking at. And the fact remains that the Arizona Cardinals are more than up to the task because they see this team twice a year, every single year. Knowing how to defend against Russell Wilson, knowing how to attack this team, and understanding who DK Metcalf is, they had a plan in place to get this done. DK Metcalf, basically non-existent. The only person that torched them, Tyler Lockett. And they said, Tyler Lockett, if you can torch us, go ahead. And it also, to the benefit of the Arizona Cardinals, Chris Carson gets injured with a mid-foot sprain. They also lose Carlos Hyde to a hamstring injury. I mean, there's a whole hell of a lot of things that went the Arizona Cardinals' way in this series, in this game. And they end up giving the Seahawks their first loss in overtime. If you watch this game, it was an absolutely incredible game to watch. I had such a blast after such a shitty day. I was really excited to watch this game. Just from an NFL fan perspective, I was really excited to see what they did and what the promise looks like for the Cardinals, because Kyler Murray he looked a little shaky in the beginning, and then he got his feet settled and he was making better throws, making better reads. And then DeAndre Hopkins did DeAndre Hopkins type things. And I think, again, he scored about 700 yards and 14 touchdowns or something like that. It's just absolutely absurd. I think they're still passing the ball.
They might be. They truly might be. Go ahead.
What? Okay, well, so that brings me to my question, right? As great as the Seahawks team is, as much as we have revered them going undefeated into the stretch, we've seen them struggle against a couple of teams, and we saw them struggle against the New England Patriots, who don't look like they can get out of their own way. Do they need to fix some issues on this defense? Because it seems like teams that shouldn't be scoring on them are scoring at will.
They for sure need to fix this defense. I think this is a wake-up call for Seattle. They are good to go on offense. They can clearly put up a lot of points. Right. But the thing is, they have been taken advantage of in the pass game on defense. Jamal Adams has been out since, I think, week 3. He has just been dealing with a lingering issue that has kept him off the field. But even with him on the field, Cam Newton, this New England Patriots team, put up 400 passing yards on them. Julian Edelman had a career day against Jamal Adams with 180 receiving yards. I mean, this team needs help quickly. If they want to go for a Super Bowl this year, and they're running out of years because Russell Wilson's only getting older, Mr. Unlimited can only stay unlimited for so long. I think that they need to answer the question of, is this defense good to go? And they need to realize that the answer is no. They need to realize in the next 6 days that they need a guy like Stephon Gilmore. They need a guy like Harrison Smith. They need somebody in this backfield of the defense that'll be able to fix help against the pass, help stop the pass. Because This is just too big of an issue. You're gonna have teams like, if you make it to the Super Bowl, Kansas City's gonna take advantage of you. How are you gonna face up against Tampa Bay in your own conference? I mean, there's just so many teams out there with such a great passing attack that you're not gonna be able to keep up. Russell Wilson can only do so much, and if he gets stopped, I mean, you saw it this week. He was fantastic, but he had some bad throws, and they were pretty costly in the end.
Right, and you can't expect, as great as Russell Wilson is, you can't expect them to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. And the fact remains that if the defense can't stop anybody, if he's anything less than perfect, then they're going to lose the game, and that's not a good spot to be in. That's not a title contender. That is a title pretender in my eyes. So I think they definitely have to make some moves, because this is definitely a year that they can get back to the Super Bowl, get back to the promised land, and not pass it on the 2-yard line going in. I just think that they have so many different things that they can do. And like I said, I don't think Harrison Smith's going to cost them a whole hell of a lot to get. If I were them, I would double down and go get the 2 players you did just name, Harrison Smith, Stephon Gilmore. Go pair them up, add them to that defense, and go ball out, because that would be an incredible. Like, they already have, KJ Wright, Bobby Wagner, Bruce Irvin, whoever that you want on that in that middle side of the field. Their maybe get a pass rusher, maybe look at Ryan Kerrigan from the Washington football team. He's going to be on the trade block. I'd like to see them add somebody like that who's kind of out of the loop on their team. Bring them in. I think that if they can make those trades happen, those deals happen, they're not giving up a whole hell of a lot of draft picks, except for Stephon Gilmore in this instance. I think that they would be in a very, very good position to be able to compete, not only for the conference, but just for a Super Bowl title as all told.